Gentlemen, first of all, we'd like to thank you all for your time here. We know you guys are busy training and everything. We know how the training schedules are. Okay. First of all, I just want to quickly ask, going into this, we want to also congratulate Casey Kincaid for a victory in the round robin. Great show. And let's start with Fred. Fred, going into this, what are your thoughts on Casey's victory? I mean, any thoughts on any study points or anything that we're looking forward to this? Casey, he's allowing Casey the floor here, so I'll let Mr. Kincaid say his piece here. And Casey, okay, thoughts about your victory, Casey? Thoughts going into this match? What's your approach? Well, you know you faced him before.
My approach? You want to know what my approach is? God damn it, I told you! I told you, mark your calendars, I told you! I was going to carry through with a promise. You didn't believe me. You sat there and you sulked. And you were salty about it. You were real bitter. And I told you, I told every non-believer this side of Timbuktu I was coming with it. And I was bringing more than enough hell with me. And now Melvin Bell knows. And I give the devil his due, Melvin Bell. You are one superb athlete. Former top seed in the nation. You are one bad motherfucker. But I am the baddest motherfucker that ever lived. And the only reason that I'm not in the WWE is because they have an ethnic and height requirement problem. And I address it full on. I don't need to be full of roids. I don't need to be 6 foot anything. I don't need to be blonde, blue-eyed. I don't need to have tons of shitty tattoos. I get it done. I get on the mic and nobody touches me. I don't need a mic right now. The only mic you have is on that camera. I don't need a mic. I can just say it.
And we're going to give Fred the floor here. Fred Yehi, of course you would say that Mr. Kincaid has been one of your most foremost opponents as of late. Any thoughts?
You know, my intentions were very, very different. I thought this was going to be just a little standard interview. Hyping the match. What's the match for? When is it going to air? I had no intentions of coming here trying to out-talk you, Casey. I had no intention of coming here trying to outdo you in a promo. But since you wanted to go there, you know, a Bible verse just came to mind. You see, it says in the Bible that the power of life and death is in the tongue. So that means that what I speak, if I believe it with all my heart, if I believe it with all my soul, that means that what I speak, it has power and it comes to pass. And Casey Kincaid, with that being said, I want to let you know something. I'm very, very aware that I am a mortal man. I'm very, very aware that someday, somewhere down the line, what goes on in that ring is going to get very, very old. And I'm not going to be able to keep up. So my question is this, Casey. Are you ready to kill me? Are you ready to kill me? Are you ready to kill me to take this title from my possession? Because I'm here to tell you right now, here to speak those words of power that the Grizzly trade, you being a master of the Grizzly trade, isn't going to be enough. Allow me to backtrack 180 days before I went toe-to-toe with Davey Richards. A conversation over the phone, 3-way conversation. Myself, TMB, the California Kid. They asked me all kind of questions. They brought a lot of things to perspective. Fred Yehi, you're having a great first year as a professional. Fred Yehi, you're knocking them down one by one. Corey Hollis, Chip Day, Kyle Matthews. The list goes on. But are you ready for that one individual? Are you ready to face the best in the world? Are you ready to face Davey Richards? My answer was yes. Yes. And 180 days later, I stood there toe-to-toe with Davey Richards in Avondale Estates. And after 25 drooling, long minutes in that cluttered little building, packed with 80 people, barely enough room to move your shoulder around. After 25 minutes, I made him tap out. I made him tap out. Casey Kincaid, I've beaten people that you don't know. I've beaten people that you know. Tyler Jett, you don't know him. Jay Fury, you know him. Davey Richards, you trained with him. But Casey Kincaid, you will be no different. Because what I speak will come to pass. My words, they have power. And I believe with all my heart, with all my soul, no matter what you say, no matter what you think, no matter what you do in that ring, no matter if you kick me, you try to break my leg, I'm going to try to break yours. You try to gauge my eyes, I'm going to gauge yours. But you're setting yourself up for a huge laundry list full of disappointment. Taking this title right here from me, that is something that will not come to pass. I spoke it, so it will come to pass, because my words have power. And you will not take what I've got from my possession. Fred Yehi, resurrector of wrestling, the cream of the crop, which is something that you're not.
You ask me, am I ready to kill? I come from Chicago, Illinois. The largest concentration of gangs in the entire world. On every corner there's a Vice Lord. If not there, there's Folk Nation. If not there, Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13. They are everywhere. Latino Kings, they are everywhere. All of them are there. I have lived a life that you cannot fathom. I am not one to mock a man for his real life outside of this ring, but I will tell you this, you cannot compare to what I have suffered. I have lost a fiance because of this business. I have lost my grandmother because of this business. I have lost a full-ride scholarship because of this business. But if you go back, before I stepped foot in the ring, I lost my best friend in a gunfight in the middle of the street in Chicago, Illinois, because he had on the wrong damn colors. And you know what? I hunted the son of a bitch down and I beat his face in with a wrench. And I went to jail for it. That's something I don't like to talk about, but I did it, and I was proud. There was no TV moment. There was no biblical moment where I was like, I feel really shitty about this. I feel really bad. Will God forgive me? I didn't give a shit. I beat him down like I was God, because at that moment when I stood over that man's body with that wrench in my hand, shaking hands from bludgeoning, filled with blood, I was God. I was God then. I was God in the streets. I was God in my high school when every jock, whether I was in the ghetto or I was in the high-level posh schools of white suburbia, stepped to me like some sort of neo-Nazi Superman asking, "What you doing here, boy?" I was God to him because I humbled his ass. It's not about hate necessarily, Fred. There's some respect. There is respect. I might not show it, but I do. I know talent when I see it. You got it. Far be it from me to ever try to deny you of that. But I will say this. You went off a list of names. I beat Davey Richards when we were in training. He knows it. He knows it because he was supposed to come and take me on at PCW Sacred Ground 1, and he no-showed. And he was supposed to come back for another show at PCW, our house shows. And he no-showed. No apologies, no, I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you, but you give Tommy Daniels a match. You give Danny Only a match. My brother. You give Fred Yehi a match. Fred deserves it. But don't underestimate me. Don't underestimate me, don't look past me. Everyone wants to take a look at me, and they wanna look over me. Past me, under me, everywhere but in my eyes, these dark, devilish, sable brown eyes of mine. Cold and dark as the earth. I am a killer. When I call myself baby-faced assassin, I mean it. Ice blood in my veins, a machine from my heart and my body, and I have one mode. One. When I'm not off, it's murder. Fred, you want to go there. You want to go there. That tension is there. You want to go there. It's going to be two wolves. Two wolves in the ring, fighting. This possession as it is, beautiful as it is, and it means a lot to you. It means the world. I don't need that. I have to beat you. I have to beat you because I can't sleep at night. I can't sleep at night without beating you. I cannot train properly without beating you. You are my new obsession. I promise you, Fred. I promise you. You speak biblical. That's great. I'm sure it does your heart, and I'm sure it does your mind and spirit and body a lot of good. I'm not biblical per se. I'm a spiritual person, but I am one devilish motherfucker. I speak from my heart. This cold, dark heart. I'm driven to fight. I'm driven to maim. I am driven to kill. You ask me, can I kill? I want you to ask Dante Russell of Chicago, Illinois, if I was ready to kill when I beat his face in. I want you to ask Mackenzie Fletcher of Centennial High School, Roswell, Georgia. School, year 2001. Junior, if I was ready to end his high school and possibly collegiate football career. I want you to go home, and I want you to get a good night's sleep, and I want you to do what you gotta do to get yourself in the mind if you're not already there. I don't have to be there. I live there. And I promise you, Fred, with everything I am, with every fiber of my being, you want a killer, you're gonna get a killer. You're gonna get a goddamn killer.